So this is the first I've initialized the variables, the required variables in the decision tree, and in the end I've declared the condition variable as a string, and all these variables are declared as float. Then I've taken input from the user for all the variables. The next step includes the decision tree program, which is basically nested if else. And uh, I've made the program according to the decision tree, and in the end I've printed the condition. So I'll just show it
So
with
we can
an
say there are
example.
4 phases in the program. There are 4 parts
Yes,
in the program. In the first part, you have declared all the
variable.
variables. Yeah. Then
Then I've taken input from user for all these variables. Then the third part is the actual program, which is basically nested if else. And the
or
last
you
part
can
is
say the
printing
train
the,
model. Third part would be train model,
yes,
and last part would be display of the tool
con
condition.
yes.
Yeah.
Sir, should I demonstrate
Yes.
with an
Now you can
example or
run.
is it fine?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You can do that.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Yes.
So I'll take input of a tool breakage. I'll take this input.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I think your mic is not properly connected. There is some disturbance coming from the mic.
From
Your mic is not properly connected.
my from my side, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Wait.
so I've given the input. Then I'll run this, and the condition is printed. So it is tool breakage. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, शायद
So
mic
the actual
Yes.
condition is tool breakage, and now it is being printed or classified or predicted as tool breakage itself. Can you do it for any other sample?
Yes, sir. I'll do it.
Yeah.
We take a notchware example. This one. So the condition is being displayed as notchware.
What was the actual condition?
It was notchware only.
Okay. Can you select the very first sample of good condition? I
Yes,
want to
sir.
see if we get any misclassification.
Okay.
क्षितिज तूने भी ऐसे ही किया है प्रोग्राम और कुछ चेंजेस है तेरे इसमें?
सर ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही है, बस मैंने वो जो कंडीशन है उसको कोई वेरिएबल देने की बजाय डायरेक्ट प्रिंट किया है वो।
हाँ ठीक है समझा। Now next time what you do is what you try to do is I want to see only input and the corresponding output. So can you make this as a GUI? I can see the input box and the output box. That's it. ऐसा कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या, वो देखो
Yes,
एक
sir.
बार.
So uh, like we can just write the print statement in the with the decision tree line. That's it.
हाँ किंवा काही हे करता येतं का बघा, अलर्ट अलर्ट काही दाखवता येतोय का, किंवा काही लाईट दाखवता येतात का, की सपोज देर आर 5 टूल कंडिशन 6 टूल कंडिशन्स रिप्रेझेंटेड बाय सम अलार्म किंवा सम लाईट किंवा बल्ब, असं काही लाईट इंडिकेशन असं काही देता येतं का बघा.
सर त्याची लायब्ररी कोणती तरी शोधायला लागेल का?
What you can do is you can put this on YouTube, how to make a GUI in Python. Simple GUI, input output conditions. असं टाकून बघा YouTube वरती. Graphic user interface.
ओके सर.
Yes, Amey.
Yes, sir. Sir, हे पण this is also coming like as good.
Okay, fine. So now what you have to do is next time you have to check this for all samples, and you have to note which samples are showing misclassification. Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
वाटून घ्या तुम्ही सॅम्पल्स. यू, आदित्य and Kshitiz. How many samples
Yes,
are
sir.
there?
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
Yes.
सर मग आम्ही जर ती CSV फाईललाच डायरेक्टली इनपुट केलं आणि कोडला थोडंसं मॉडिफाय केलं लूप मध्ये
हो चालेल ना, काहीच प्रॉब्लेम नाही. मला फक्त कुठल्या नंबरचं सॅम्पल मिसक्लासिफिकेशन दाखवतो हे बघायचं आहे. यू कॅन ऑलवेज डू दॅट, नो प्रॉब्लेम. You need slight modification in the program, that's it.
येस.
Definitely you can do it, no problem. So you three decide. No, there is no problem. And tell me tomorrow
do it.
which particular sample shows the misclassification.
Yeah, okay, sir.
And from that, why I am telling you to do this, because from that particular sample, we will try to identify the values of that particular class for which it has shown the misclassification. Suppose it is sample of actual sample is of good condition, and after classification, if it is showing it as notch wear, then we can compare those two samples and their values. Are you getting what I'm saying? So that we will try to understand why do it show the misclassification. ऐसा.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
हाँ. So from that we will be able to understand वो क्यों misclassify हो रहा है, क्योंकि अभी तो नहीं समझता, क्योंकि we are getting results directly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now for tomorrow's, tomorrow's assignment. So now we will move to next topic. I'll ask you one question. The variation within the class and between the classes. I'll tell you this sentence once again. The variation within class and between classes, which one is desirable? For getting good classification for the given classes or conditions, which of these two conditions will be desirable? Which condition will be desirable? You need variation between classes or within class. The meaning of variation between classes means if there are 5 classes or conditions like good, nose wear, notch wear, tool breakage, and so on. So between classes means there is variation, distinct variation between all these classes. And variation within class means starting from sample 1 for good condition till the last sample of the same condition, there must not be any variation, or whichever variation is there, it is called as variation within class. So हमें for classification model, which variation is desirable?
Sir, variation मतलब misclassification.
Variation, the variation in the magnitude of all the features, statistical features. So for classification, we need variation, ना? अगर वो same होता, if suppose mean value of all samples of good condition and notch wear and nose wear is same, then there is no variation, we can say, if the all values are same. If there is
Yes, sir.
variation, there will be classification. है ना? So variation between classes तो चाहिए ही चाहिए, है ना? ये तो मेन है सबसे, कि variation
Yes, sir.
between classes हो गए तो ही you will get good classification accuracy. How about variation within class? Within class का मतलब good condition के जो 50 samples है, उसमें जो मीन का वैल्यू है स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम फर्स्ट सैंपल टू 50th सैंपल, उसमें कितना वेरिएशन है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज वेरिएशन विद इन क्लास. तो ये भी रिक्वायर्ड है क्या, मतलब टू एग्जामाइन वेरिएशन विद इन क्लास, ये भी रिक्वायर्ड है क्या, नहीं रिक्वायर्ड है?
Sir, so
What
lower
do you,
the variation within the class, easier it will be to identify that, right?
no, actually, um, you can talk this in terms of test modes. If you compare the class with training dataset and with test dataset, or data which can which is to be gathered after some days or for the real time implementation, with respect to this perspective, can you think for this particular condition variation within class, or I will explain it later. Now what you can do is you can go to that to demonstrate what I am saying. I'll give you one example. So go to Excel sheet. So now what we have to do is, yeah, you can open that CSV file also at the same time. Yeah,
So this
yeah. So what you can do is you can select the first column, complete column, standard what?
error.
Error. Copy, complete column. Yeah, paste it in the new sheet. Yes. So now what you can do is you can select, can you go to the 51 sample?
Yes, sir. 51st.
Sorry, it is 52, right?
Yeah,
The
51st will be 52nd.
last sample 51 will be last sample of good condition na.
Yes, sir.
हो.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
आता काय करायचं 52 पासून खालचे सगळे सिलेक्ट करायचे व्हॅल्यूज 52 पासून खाली
Okay, okay.
सगळं
हो,
सिलेक्ट
sir.
कर 52 पासून. हा कट असं सिलेक्ट नाही करायचं ऍक्च्युली, एक एक व्हॅल्यू सिलेक्ट करायची. ठीक आहे, वरती आहे इकडे बी बी मध्ये जा आणि पेस्ट कर. वरती 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 असं नाही,
कुठे सर?
पहिल्याच बी ला जा, वरती जा.
हा.
हा तिथे 2 वर क्लिक कर. हा 2 वर क्लिक कर, 2 खाली.
B2.
हा B2. हा
हा.
पेस्ट. एक काम कर, परत एकदा जा 52 वर.
सर एक मिनिट ते झालंच नाही.
एक्सकेप कर, ऐक माझं, एक्सकेप कर.
हो.
आता 52 ला जा.
हो.
हा तिथून आता नाही, तसं नाही सिलेक्ट करायचं, तसं नाही. क्लिक ऑन 52A.
ओके.
आता खाली सगळं सिलेक्ट कर.
हा हा राईट.
तसं नाही. हा येस. कट. पेस्ट. या खाली. आता आपोआप तुला नवीन क्लास तिथे सापडेल. येस येस येस. हा इथून खालचे उचल सगळे
अच्छा, ओके ओके.
आणि ते एका समोर एक लाव. आदित्य तू आणि क्षितिज करता ना दोघे जण तुम्ही पण.
Yes, sir.
So now if we plot graph of all these columns, you will understand what is meaning of variation within class and between classes. डन.
येस सर.
सगळे सॅम्पल बरोबर आले का बघ खाली. सगळ्या याला 50-50 आहेत का बघ.
Yes, sir.
ओके. नाव गिव्ह द हेडिंग. गुड फ्लँक वेअर. काय ते सिक्वेन्स काय आहे बघा.
हो, देतो.
पुढे काय आहे सिक्वेन्स बघा काय आहे. फ्लँक टूल ब्रेकेज.
Knots, nose, flank and tool.
हा कर. Done.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
That's it. Now go to that Excel file. Select all columns. Go to home. नाही इथेच आहे इन्सर्ट मध्येच आहे. थांब. तिथे एक बार चार्ट दिसतोय बघ.
हो सर.
त्याच्या शेजारी बार चार्ट. हा त्याच्या खाली पाय डायग्रामच्या वरती.
हा हो.
सिलेक्ट कर बरं ते. त्यातलं पहिलं सिलेक्ट कर. येस. आता एक चूक काय झाली. आपण सगळे कॉलम सिलेक्ट केलेत तर सगळे कॉलम सिलेक्ट नको करूस.
ओके.
फक्त त्या व्हॅल्यू सिलेक्ट कर. नाही तसं नाही. गुड पासून सुरू कर. खाली ये आणि शेवटपर्यंत. तसं नाही. गुड पण यायला पाहिजे.
ओके सर. म्हणजे कॉलम ना बेसिकली का? नाही
तसं नाही. कॉलम घेतलं की मग त्या सगळ्या कॉलमच्या पुढे व्हॅल्यू दिसतात रे. आपल्याला 50च पाहिजेत ना. विनाकारण तो ग्राफ कॉम्प्रेस होतोय. सगळं सिलेक्ट कर ना इकडे. तसं नाही.
अच्छा हे सगळे. ओके सर. ठीक
पूर्ण
आहे.
बॉक्स सिलेक्ट करतो अख्खा.
हा ओके सर.
A1 to F51 असं काहीतरी. हा येस बरोबर. आता परत जा तिकडे करा इन्सर्ट. खाली किंवा तो हा पण. हा ठीक आहे. दिस इज ऑल्सो फाईन. या किंवा अजून दुसरा कुठला चार्ट आहे का बघ बरं तिथे जरा अजून व्यवस्थित दिसेल असं. नाही तर इकडे नाही तिकडे नाही. बार चार्टच्या शेजारी स्कॅटर्ड दिसतात बघ तिथे. स्कॅटर्ड बारच्या शेजारी खाली अजून त्याच्या शेजारी
अच्छा हे.
खाली.
हा
नाही
स्कॅटर
ते त्यातलं एखादं सिलेक्ट. ते नाही त्यातलं खालचं. त्याचं खालचं. हा इवन दिस वॉज गुड. डॉट वाला पण त्याच्या खालचा घेतो. डॉटच्या खालचा घे. तोच त्याच्यातच डॉटचा खालचा. तिसरा चौथा नाही त्याचा वरचा. हा ठीक आहे. हा पण ठीक आहे. किंवा वरचाच घे. डॉटवाला घे फक्त. डॉटवाला बस. आता काय कळतंय सांगा मला. किंवा ठीक आहे या हा चार्ट डिलीट कर.
ओके सर.
चार्ट वर क्लिक कर आणि डिलीट कर. काय केलं. ओके. परत तो सोपा काढा पण जो पहिला काढला होता ना.
हो सर.
बारच्या वरचा. हा त्याच्या नाही त्याच्या खालचा घे. त्याच्यामध्ये डॉट दिसत असा.
अच्छा ओके सर. डॉट दिसेल तसा.
नाही त्याच्यात तर नाही. हा चालेल. तो पण चालेल. ठीक आहे. ओके. नाव टेल मी. थोडा मोठा कर ग्राफ हा.
हो सर.
राईट बॉटम राईट कॉर्नरला ये आणि
अच्छा,
त्याला
ओके.
drag कर. हा कर, अजून ड्रॅग कर मोठा. व्हेरिएशन दिसायला पाहिजे आपल्याला.
ओके.
Yes. Now tell me. First of all, tell me variation between classes. Okay. First of all, tell me what we have plotted on x-axis and what is plotted on y-axis.
Sir, x-axis
Sir, on
for
x-axis is reading number.
reading number and
Sample number.
yeah,
Sample
sample.
number.
Hmm.
Y-axis is standard error.
Yeah, magnitude of
Standard error.
Okay, now tell me what is variation between classes.
The different colored lines are the variation between classes.
How will you examine? See the sample number 1.
Minimum and maximum.
See the sample number 1. Show me first point of sample number. Show me sample number 1 for good condition. Show me the dot.
So this one.
Yes, correct. Very correct. Okay, now show it me for notch wear. Yes. Can you see the difference between these two conditions for first sample? Yes.
Yes.
Next. For nose wear, for flank wear, for tool breakage, and for crater.
Nose flank. Nose. So between good and tool breakage, between notch wear and tool breakage, the variation is very less.
Yeah, yes, because the two lines are lines of tool breakage and
They are close to each other.
Yeah, close to it.
so you can't see those two lines separately, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means there can be misclassification between these two classes for standard error if you select standard error only.
Yes. Sir, and is it that the the line plotted for good is also flat, but there are these misclassifications, hence there is some error or something like that. For notch where the
Yes.
line is flat, and I guess for tool is for good also it is flat except for these points.
Yes. Correct. आता समजतंय का?
Yes, sir.
So that means variation between classes must be maximum. है ना?
Yes,
It should
sir.
be.
But sir, it is the variation between one class. Is it desirable? Means
Pardon?
the variation within the class should that be more or less?
Now I'll tell you. Okay. So, but tell me first of all, tell me, have you understood the meaning of variation between classes and why
Yes, sir.
should it be maximum?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. To differentiate
Between
conditions.
now when you go for examining variation within class, so that means if you see that yellow line flank wear, magnitude of standard error for first sample, show me where it is. Where is it? Yes, at that particular point. Where is second one? Yes. Where is third one? Yes. Go to the last sample. Yes. So now if you see variation from first sample to 50th sample, what do you understand?
So variation within variation within the condition is I think the largest
It is
value
not.
minus the
It
smallest
is
value.
not same variation. I mean, we can say magnitude of standard error for flank wear is not constant. It is changing.
Yes, sir.
It has lot of variation starting from first sample to the last sample. So now if you
Yes,
consider
sir.
first sample, it is completely different for from all other conditions. है ना?
Yes, sir.
But if you see the 50th sample or even 28th sample, see 28th sample somewhere, um, where it is matching the, yeah, correct. Green dot, yes, somewhere there, yeah, 28. No, next one, I guess, 29th, sorry. Where it is matching with the green one. Yeah, it must be
Yes.
29. Yeah. Even after that, you can see 43. No, 44, 45 something. 44, I guess. Yeah. Yes, correct. And even last one.
Yes.
So if you see these instances, it is matching with some other class.
Yes, sir.
So that means there must not be variation within class. It should not vary with respect to sample. If it is varying with respect to sample and if it is matching with some other condition at some, at some instances, then it is not desirable. है ना?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose if you create 5 folds, what I am saying? If you create 5 folds, first fold is at 10, second is at 20, third is at 30, fourth is at 40, fifth is at 50. What will happen? Accuracy for first fold will be much greater because in the first fold, flank wear has distinct location as compared to other conditions. You can see all 10 points, different 10 points, rather not all 10, but you can see 8, 7, 8 points, which are completely different from other conditions. But if you see other classes, you may find that there are more instances matching with each other. So that means when you are doing cross validation or training testing mode, when you are comparing the model, at that time, if variation within class is maximum or if there exists variation within class, then there might be misclass. Lead to misclassification. So variation within class is also important because that shows how your condition is varying time to time or sample to sample. If it is varying sample to sample a lot, then it is also not desirable because if you make 60-50% training testing data or 80-20% training testing data, then for that particular time, if your data 20% is not matching with 80% for most of the instances, then you may get misclassification or accuracy will be very less.
Yes, sir.
Any one of you, any doubt?
Sir, but some variation is desirable, right? If there is absolutely no variation, then also it will be difficult to classify.
How?
Uh, Suppose the variation between the classes is a lot, so all the different colored lines will be far from each other,
Yes.
and the variation within class is very less, so they are almost straight lines, perpendicular, parallel to x-axis.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if there is some test data which is exactly between two lines, then it will
Mm-hmm.
be difficult for the model to classify whether it is the above
No,
one or
then
the
that
below.
means so that means you have insufficient data,
Okay.
or you
No, sir,
can
but this
say
condition can also happen when the variation in the classes is a lot as compared to variation within one class.
yes,
So
it may happen.
then how will the model classify? Means will it be less accurate?
Give me one example.
So just like I said, here the variation between the classes is not much, so they are overlapping. Suppose it was very high such that no two colored graphs ever overlap.
Yes, correct.
And there is we in the test data we get some point such that
Mhm.
it is exactly between two colored lines.
Mhm.
Then which class will it be classified to?
So that means what I'm saying is, if you are getting some points between two lines or between two classes, that means that class, the point which you are getting between two classes, either you are testing data. Sorry, either you are there will be two conditions. If the training data will be insufficient, or the point which you are getting between two lines will be unknown class.
Yes, sir. So if suppose it is unknown class, then how does the model classify that? Because
It will
we
be
did not get.
classified to नियर कंडिशन काय म्हणतात त्याला
Okay, nearest.
नाही
Uh,
नियरेस्टच नाही त्याला एक छान शब्द आहे अं, नाही there is one good word actually for this one. Mm, I'll tell you after some time. I have that word.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So, but it is near to some of the classes.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So here only the machine traditional machine learning algorithm, they face limitation. If you are getting such value, if it is now not at all matching with any of the class of your training data set or your
Yes, sir.
model, then it will be misclassified, or rather it will be classified to some or the other class, but then we can't assure that that classification is correct.
Yes, sir.
So there must be some human intervention which could identify this wrong classification. It is not misclassification, wrong classification, and it should correct the model time to time.
Yes, sir. Got it.
And that is why reinforcement learning is um, coming nowadays.
Okay.
Yes. Anything else you want to ask?
No, sir.
So similar graphs can be plotted for all other features, and detailed study can be done. Like if you want to see how really want to see how does the tree has made or tree has generated, with the help of these illustrations or graphs, you'll be able to analyze, or you will be able to understand how does decision tree work. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So this is all about the basic machine learning classification. Uh, I'll share the data, some new data to you by next two days, maybe whenever I'll get time. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then classify that data using various algorithms. and then I'll ask you to write a paper based on it.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir, and you were going to tell us about some website which has all the data, raw data
Yeah,
which
yeah,
you can
yeah.
access.
I'll ask. I forgot to ask that name of the website. I'll ask tomorrow and I'll tell you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we will resume tomorrow. And just try to make that program for classification of blind data sets for all the samples, and then tell me the number of that particular sample which gives you misclassification. And also try to find out how to generate a GUI.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Chalo then. Shall we stop?